Hello students, once again I welcome you in the online teaching of St. Thomas School, Unit 3, Friendship and Duty, after 20 years. In the last session, we had seen that two friends, Bob and Jimmy, finally they are meeting and talking about what they were doing and how did they pass their lives. Now further. It has given me everything I asked it for. You have changed lots, Jimmy. I never thought you were so tall by 2 or 3 inches. Bob said, I got everything what I asked, what I needed, what I demanded. Then he asked to Jimmy that you have got so much change, lot of change, and your height is also increased. You are looking tall, around 2 or 3 inches. Oh, I grew a bit after I was 20. Doing well in New York, Jimmy? Jimmy replied, yes, I grew a bit afterwards. After 20 years, I grew, means my height increased. Then Bob asked to Jimmy, doing well in New York? Everything was going well in New York? Moderately. I have a position in one of the city departments. Moderately means quite good. I have a position in one of the city department. I am working in one of the department. Come on, Bob. We'll go around to a place I know of and have a good long talk about old times. Then he said to Bob, let us go. We will go in one of the place where we can talk and we can ask about what we did in past. Let us go by walk and let us talk about olden times. The two men started up the street, arm in arm. Then these both friends, Bob and Jimmy, both started and trying to go to the street by keeping their hands in hands one another, arms in arms. One, his egoism enlarged by success, was beginning to outline the history of his career. Out of that one man, he was a little bit egoistic. Here, egoism. Egoism means feeling that you are more important than others. And enlarge means becoming big, becoming large. So one was little bit egoistic, other one was then the same man. He was thinking like he has become large. The same man who was having little bit egoism and enlarged with his success was beginning to outline the history of his career. He was showing that he was very greatly succeed in his career, in his life. And the other, submerged in his overcoat, listened with interest. The other one who was submerged. Here submerged means going down. But here he was hiding in the coat, into the overcoat and listening about others. At the corner stood a drugstore, brilliant with electric lights. Then they both stood at the drugstore. In America, to drugstore they use for medical shop or chemist shop. In America, they call it is drugstore. So they were standing at drugstore. There was brilliant light. The electric lights were so much flooded with the lights. When they came into the glare, each of them turned simultaneously to gaze upon the other face. When they both reached, because they were in darkness, now they have reached into the light. Now they both were glaring, staring, and seeing to each other. Turn simultaneously. Simultaneously means happening something at the same time, gazing, looking to each other. The man from the west stopped suddenly and released his arm. The man who came from west, all of a sudden he stopped and then he released his arm. Released means he left. He left his arm and he said, he was Bob. So Bob said, "You are not Jimmy Wells." He snapped. Snapped means break suddenly. They both were keeping their hands in hand and then the hand was left by him. That means the joining hand was broken. And he said that you are not Jimmy Wells. 20 years is a long time but not long enough to change a man's nose from a Roman to a pug. Then he said that definitely we are meeting after 20 years. It doesn't mean that the nose of one person will be changed. A man's nose from a Roman to pug, that means Roman people will have sharp nose, whereas a pug nose will be a flat nose. So from the sharp nose it may not convert to the flat nose. He wanted to say that one person cannot be changed completely. It sometimes changes a good man into a bad one, said the tall man. Then the tall man who was hiding in the coat, he said, sometime a good man will be changed and becoming bad man. You have been under arrest for 10 minutes. Silky Bob, then he said, a man actually he was not Jimmy, but he was policeman, and he said, then since 10 minutes we all are looking at you, so you are under arrest. Silky Bob. Going quietly, are you? That's sensible. Everything was going on very nicely, completely, quietly, was not going, and it was very sensible, very emotional. Now, before we go to the station, here is a note I was asked to hand you. You may read it here at the window. It's from Patrolman Wells. Then he said that before we go to police station, I will give this chit, I will give this note which I was told to give you. Somebody told me that give you this note. You can read this note, you would read at the window, and this note was given to me by Patrolman Wells. Patrolman Wells means real Jimmy Wells. He gave me that I supposed to give you, so you can read it. The man from the west unfolded the little piece of paper handed over to him. Then the man named Bob, who came from west, he opened the little piece of paper, the cheat, the note he opened, which was handed over to him. His hand was steady when he began to read. In the beginning, his hand was very steady, very strong, very firm. But when he started reading, and after some reading, it trembled a little. Then afterwards, his hand started to tremble. He was trembling, his hands were trembling a little by the time he had finished. When he completed his reading, then the hand and his entire body was trembling. The note was rather short. Actually, the note was short, but so important thing was written, so he was upset and he was trembling. It was written in the note, Bob, I was at the appointed place on time. When you struck the match to light your cigar, I saw it was the face of the man wanted in Chicago. Somehow I couldn't do it myself, so I went around and got a plainclothes man to do the job. Jimmy. So this note was written by a real Jimmy Wells, the friend of Bob, a policeman who was checking all the locks of the shop, checking everything, who was patrolling. He himself was Jimmy Wells, to whom he met when Bob was standing near to the door and talking. At that time he was Jimmy Wells, but he did not say that he was his friend. Actually, Jimmy Wells did not recognize Bob, but when he went closer to Bob and Bob struck the match for lighting the cigarette, at that time he saw his face and he understood that this man is wanted man, this man is criminal, he is wanted in Chicago. So he understood that he is the same man, but he was not able to catch him, was not able to arrest him because he was his friend. So he sent a plainclothes man, another policeman he sent and told him that you arrest because he is my friend, so myself I cannot arrest him. So this is the story of Bob and Jimmy after 20 years. I hope you enjoy this story. Now, at the end of this chapter, glossary is given that you will have to write in your Fed notebook. Okay? So here is the end of our chapter. Question, answer and other activities we will see later on. Thank you very much.